So I just finished my fat loss phase and it's time to see, is everything I've been preaching in my Cunning Chronicles series really the truth? Do I really know what I'm talking about? I mean, who out there doubts me? I'm sure you're waiting to see behind that keyboard like, yeah, this motherfucker don't know shit. But we're about to dive in right now, real time, right in front of you. We're gonna see my results in comparison to my bulk to see if I lost, gained, maintained muscle, lost fat. We're about to figure that out. And if you stick around, I'm gonna give you the one secret, the ultimate thing you could do to preserve muscle, and potentially gain muscle, maintain or build strength, and lose fat at the same time. So hang around and let's get into it. Alright, what's going on everyone? Jonathan Mango, Beyond the Iron, and I'm here to bring you fitness information, knowledge, tips that's going to take your current knowledge beyond where it is and take your results there with it. By the way, I'm still working on that slogan, so cut me some slack here, okay? Anyways, without wasting too much time, I'm gonna dive into the purpose of this video. We're gonna be going over my fat loss, aka cutting results. We're gonna see, I do this in order to, one, keep myself accountable, but also to teach you and show you how you can do the same thing. That being said, what I'm gonna do, I'm going to measure certain body parts, and I'm going to also look into my strength stats and see if I gained strength, maintained strength, lost strength. I'll talk about a few other things, like I said before, I'm gonna be talking about the biggest secret, the biggest reason why I was able to get to where I am. If you enjoyed this type of content or any other fitness stuff, I do cover a wide range of fitness topics, building muscle and losing fat more specifically, then go ahead and subscribe and stay tuned for more sick content. I'm gonna be going off the measurements I took in the last video. I'm gonna link it here and in the comments below where I measured out everything and it was at the top of my bulk. By the way, gains or my bulk was 222 pounds, but check it out. I'm not just gonna compare to the bulk, I also want to compare more apples to apples as opposed to apples to oranges. If you saw my latest DEXA scan video, you'll know what I mean by that. Apples to apples meaning I'm gonna compare myself at the end of this cut to at the end of my last cut last year from now. This is gonna give us a better idea of whether or not I actually progressed over time. And again, I'm gonna go into exactly what I did to progress. I guess I kind of ruined the surprise. All good. Anyways, we're gonna start it off. My weight at the end of the bulk, 222 is my highest weight. My lowest weight of the cut was 202.0, okay? Now, my lowest weight of the last cut was 199 to 200. I think I went with 200 in the last video, so we're gonna go off 200 for my last cut, 222 for the bulk that just passed, and 202. Now, my goal was to diet and lose 1 pound per week until I got to a desired body weight or look that I wanted. And I got to the look before the desired body weight, which to me is a good thing. It means that I probably built muscle over time, but we're gonna go into that. And it took me 18 weeks and I lost 16 to 18 pounds at the bottom of the cut. If it was 202, then that means I actually lost 20 pounds, but I'd be a little more conservative and say 16 to 18 pounds, all right? Because that was really at the end. Right now I'm weighing in at around 204. I think it's only fair to say that. Now, because I'm weighing 204, I still haven't tested my strength recently on these lifts. I'm gonna be going off my 202 lifts because that was the last time I tested them. Alright, so I got my sheet here with all of the measurements from the last videos just to make sure I'm on point with this, alright? So we're gonna be starting with the neck, and I'm gonna be doing these measurements myself. However, I of course recommend that you get somebody else to help you with this because it is not an easy task. Anyways, let's see what I can do. And I also don't have a mirror. I just realized. Whatever, I'm gonna have to figure this out. My last cut, my neck was a 15.5. This time, we have a 16 at the top of the bulk. So what do I got this time? So I've got a 15, see if you can see that. So boom, it is about a 15.5 on the neck, which means I lost a ½ inch on my neck throughout the bulk, which does actually confirm that potentially it was fat that I gained around my neck previously, and now it looks like I may have lost it. Up next, we've got my arms. Now my arms, I was very proud of last time. I went from a 16.5 inch at the end of last year to the end of the bulk, I was at a 17. So, moment of truth, let's see what the arms are at. Just go right there. Man, this shit is hard to do on your own sometimes. So there it is. Can we see that? 17 mother. So it's a 17 inch, that's no joke. My arms did not lose even a quarter inch throughout the last 16 to 20 pounds of fat loss. I kept every inch of my arms, and of course, much leaner. I don't know if you can tell, but trust me, from the bulk, they are a lot leaner. So that just goes to show that I lost no muscle in my arms. All right, moving on next, I gotta bring this down a little bit so we can see what's going on here. We're gonna be doing the waist, all right? So my waist time, now keep in mind, I just started doing abs, first time basically in my life, over this last cut. So I actually think I may have built muscle because my midsection, though again, I'm a little heavier right now, but my midsection got more ripped than it was last time. Now it's looking and I'm just flexing. That is a 32-inch waist, okay, 32 inches. I do think that I built up some of my core considering that I used heavy weights for the first time in a long time. So it's actually kind of a bad thing that my waist increased, potentially due to muscle, but you know what? I'm not mad about it, whatever. Next, gotta take the shirt off. So just a warning if you don't like shirtless stuff, yet you're at a fitness channel, so you should know about this already. The lighting's making me look too dust, but check it out. Chest last time. At the end of my last cut, I had a 44-inch chest. At the end of the bulk, according to the video, I had a 45.5-inch chest. And again, I don't really remember how I was supposed to do this. Here we go. Gotta use the camera as a reference point. This looks hilarious right now, I know. That's a 45. I don't know if you can see that. 45-inch. Ah, man, sucks to be hairy sometimes. It's a 45-inch chest, which means I lost half an inch on my chest. And again, this is not indicative of muscle loss because of the numbers I'm gonna be going over later. We're gonna go over the shoulders now. I had gained a significant amount of width on my shoulders last time. Okay, it looks like I kept most of it. Throughout the cut, I was monitoring my shoulders to make sure that I kept, you know, most of it at least. But let's see if that's the case here. We got about a 50, you see that? So 50, that means I lost 1.5 inches on my shoulders. Now the thing is my shoulders did get a lot leaner, but I potentially lost some size on the shoulders just because shoulders have always struggled to hold muscle on, so that might be the first place for them to go. As well as another area which we're gonna cover next, that's gonna be the legs. Now I'm gonna be taking my pants off, so if you got a problem with that, skip ahead. You see now that they're extremely lean, especially comparing to the bulk. I got veins in them and stuff. At the end of my bulk, I was at a 26.25. My legs lose some size, but I think I should be close to the 26 range. Oh, there you go, 26. We flexed around. Also gonna hit these calves. So last time I had a 16-inch calf. My calves are a lot leaner. I got veins flooded like all over them. Oh, I'm at a 15.75. Are you kidding me? All right, so 15.75. I definitely didn't hit calves nearly enough. That's gonna be a focus on my next one. So you know what? Judging by these numbers, I lost a lot of fat clearly, and I maintained a lot of muscle. Okay, definitely not what that DEXA scan was talking about. Fuck that. That was stupid. But anyway, I definitely maintained a lot of my muscle. And if that doesn't convince you, we're gonna go over my numbers next. When it comes to my 1 rep max numbers, from my last cut, my back squat was at a 324 for 1 rep. At the top of the bulk was a 420. The last time at 202 when I tested it, it was at a 367 1 RM. What does this mean? You're thinking, well, 420 to 367 is a massive decrease in strength. That's not the case because I calculated relative numbers, and relatively, I actually gained from last cut, I went from a 1.62 times my body weight to a 1.81 times my body weight. Now my front squat, I got a 213 max front squat at the end of the last cut. At the end of this one, I've got a 293. Remember, this is only a couple pounds difference, so I actually relatively increased my strength by 0.4 times my body weight, which is a big increase. Looking at my bench from the end of my last cut, this was a touch and go bench. I got 240 pounds, which was 1.2 times my body weight. At the end of this cut, my max bench was a 293. That's right, 293 at sub 10% body fat. And that's a 1.44 relative increase in strength. And actually, at the end of my bulk, my max was a 305, which was a 1.38 times my body weight. So even though I lost anywhere from 16 to 20 pounds, I actually gained strength in certain areas. But that just goes to show that my fat loss was dramatic and my muscle gain and strength, my muscle preservation was massive. That DEXA scan, complete bullshit, I told you. Anyways, those are my measurements to finish off the cut. Are you kidding me? Anyways, those are my measurements to finish off the cut. I'm not gonna go over what I'm doing for this next bulk in this video. I'm gonna make another video addressing that, but I want to go over the biggest reason why I was able to lose fat and sustain and or gain muscle and strength at the same time. And that's gonna be one of the things I mentioned at the very beginning of the video, that is losing less than a pound a week. So 1 pound or less a week in a cut is literally going to maximize your chances of retaining muscle and losing body fat. Why is that? Well, because any faster than that, which is what I've done over my last several cuts, notice a bigger strength decrease. Obviously you can tell the big increase from last year to now. So I noticed that I lose a lot of muscle in the process of that, all right? Now, this case, it was different this year because I control myself. In order to lose a pound or less a week, which is the most optimal rate, you're gonna have to track your intake, you're gonna have to track your cardio, you're gonna have to do cardio, and most importantly, you're gonna have to track the workout. So that's almost 3 secrets in 1 secret. That is the secret, okay? None of these crash diets, none of these fad diets. Now check it out. I have a course, I created a program that comes to the mastery of fat loss nutrition. Now, I hope you guys deem me credible after what I've showed you. I've been able to consistently manipulate my body composition however I want. So if you guys want to check out and sign up for my online program, I'm gonna leave the first link in the description. You can click on that, go ahead, check it out, sign up if you're interested. It's gonna cover everything you could ever need to know about fat loss, keeping the fat loss off, as well as some references, workbooks, and other things to help you get started and get you on the right track to your fat loss goals forever. All right, so that was my mini announcement. I'll probably make another video on that, but for those who stuck around and heard it, go ahead and click that link and you'll be the first ones to get in before I bump the prices up, all right? So that is it for the video. I hope we all enjoyed it. I know it's a little long, I apologize for that, but I had to get this out here. I had to keep my subscribers updated with what's going on, and I thank you so much if you stayed until this point of the video. Thank you for watching, and I'm gonna see you in that next video. I got tons more content coming soon, so make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet. Like, comment, and share with your friends. Let them lose fat as well. Let's all make gains together. All right, thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one. I'm out.